Hey guys, welcome to Profit Copilot. I'm Mick Meaney, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a webinar sales funnel. Everybody loves a webinar, so this is how you do it. I'm going to show you what's working for me at the moment. I'm fairly new to webinars. I haven't read any official training or done anything like that. All I'm doing is kind of cobbling it together myself, and hey, it works so I'm going to share it with you. The screen is going to go blank for a second, but that's okay. So there we go. I'm still here, still with you. I'm just clearing the board. So the first thing that we need is the registration page. And really, this is just a squeeze page, isn't it? So we've got the opt-in form where they can subscribe to an email list. We've got a video giving them, solid reasons why they should register for the webinar, telling them what they'll learn. And then here we've got some core benefits. What happens next is when they opt in, when they subscribe or register in this case, then they are sent to, this is day one. So let me make it really clear that this action all happens on the very first day. So on day one, you start the sequence. So you educate them immediately. You give them some valuable information, something to demonstrate that you know what you're talking about and you are the right person to help them. And then on day two, you give them more education. So this is all about actionable results. If you can put actionable results in both videos, that's really good. So if you can do that, I would encourage you to do it. So day three, this is when we have the actual webinar. So there is some tension, some excitement about the webinar on day one and day two, and also on day three. I like to remind them that the webinar is starting later on in the day, and then send them a couple of emails saying, okay, it's starting in an hour, and increase the tension and the excitement that way too. So the webinar, of course, is educational. So on day one, day two, we educate them. Day three, of the day of the webinar, we continue to educate them, because good webinars give people good results. And then we ask them to upgrade or buy the full version of a product that we have. So ideally, people will go ahead and buy the product and continue their education with us. Now, this is the perfect sequence of events that we want to see happen. So they register, they get some good results, get good information across all 3 days, and then trust us enough to buy the product that we're pitching. That's what we'd love to see. But of course, unless you're getting 51% of the people who attend the webinar to buy from you, then we need a way to re-engage the people who haven't attended the webinar. So for that, we need some behavioral responses. So to do that, we need to segment the subscribers. So we segment them from the people who have attended the webinar to the people who haven't. So on day 4, we send a replay to the people who didn't attend the webinar. So you're probably wondering, how do we decide, or how do we find out if people have watched the webinar or not? Well, I'm going to show you. So here we are in Active Campaign. This is the autoresponder that I'm using. You can use whatever one you like, unless it's Aweber. I don't think Aweber can handle this kind of advanced automation type thing. So what we've got here is we need to add a trigger. So I'm going to add when someone subscribes, and then for simplicity, I'm just going to say any list. And the first thing we want to do is send them an email. So something that says, congratulations, thank you for registering, and then delivers the first video in the sequence. So let's create an email here. I'm gonna welcome. So in this email, you would send, let me show you, you would send day 1. You make sure that they get that video. Then we want to add a condition. So we want to wait 1 day. So we stagger the information that we send, and then we want to send them the day 2 email. So call it day 2. So this is the corresponding video on day 2. So next we need to put their actual webinar email in, and we can do that here. So we've got to wait in a day, and then so webinar create. So that's the sequence so far. So when someone subscribes or registers for the webinar, we send them a welcome email. Then we wait a day, we send them more education on day 2. We wait another day and send them more education. And then we wait until the 3rd day for the webinar to go live. And this is where it gets really cool. Hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to click this here. Then we're going to add a condition of if else. Then we choose actions. Choose if they have clicked on the link, and then we're going to choose a campaign and a link from our campaigns. And that's how mine look. So I'm going to click OK. And now we have a condition. Okay, so does the subscriber match the following conditions? Have they clicked on the link to the webinar? Yes or no? If they haven't, then I'm going to ask it to wait 1 day, give them enough time to check out the email just in case they haven't clicked on it. And then I'm going to send them another email with the replay. Okay, so that's the sequence. So they register or subscribe, then they get education straight away. Then the next day, on day 2, they get more education, and then on day 3 they get the webinar. If they click the link to watch, then fine, all's good. If they don't, then we really want to follow up and send them a replay to re-engage them, to get them to obtain the information that we made for them. So that's the nuts and bolts of how you create this funnel in the real world using a real autoresponder. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it actually looks like when you've put this kind of thing all together. So let me show you a registration page, a squeeze page that I've made. So here we have the core benefits, the opt-in form, and the video. So that's just a squeeze page. You've probably made, dozens like it. So what happens is they opt in, they register, and then we take them to this page. So it says it's an autoplay one because they've just watched the video, so it makes sense to have it autoplay. So let me move it down here. So you're in, here's what's going to happen. So I tell them, so I tell them what to expect, and I educate them. So I give them some good stuff here too. And then this is all on day 1, and then on day 2 I send them to this page. So it's an important update. It's got some good information, and that's a terrible picture. So this is where they land on day 2, and it gives them some more actionable information, and it's really good information that I spent a lot of time making sure that they could achieve something by the end of this video. And then on day 3, the actual webinar, let me show you that. Now there's really nothing to see here except the blank webinar screen. And then on day 4 I send them the replay, and there's really nothing to see here either, but I just put a nice thumbnail on here as a placeholder really. So this is really for my own benefit, but the replay is hosted here. So let's go through it again. So there you have it. There's all the steps that you need to take to build this funnel. Here's the actual automation sequence. So they subscribe day 1, day 2, day 3 when they get the webinar, and then the really clever stuff, the behavioral response sequence. And this is the real world funnel laid out in front of you. So that's the registration page, the squeeze page. Then we have the thank you page, the confirmation that they've successfully subscribed with a bit of education in here. And then we have an update page with the terrible screenshot there, and that gives them some more actionable information and things that they can do before the webinar starts. And then we have the actual webinar on day 3, which isn't there at the moment. And then on day 4, should they not watch this, if they fail to attend this, then we send them the replay. And that's what I've been doing with Profit Copilot the last week. I've been putting this sequence together. So I thought I'd share it with you. Might give you some ideas if you need them. So hopefully you found this useful. So if you like this video, it makes sense that you're going to like my other videos too, right? And you can get them when you subscribe to the mailing list. So you go to profitcopilot.com/subscribe, or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'd recommend that you join the mailing list, because I also send other stuff, blog posts, that you won't get on the YouTube channel. Hey, do both. And since you're already here watching this video, why not like, comment and share this one so you can pay it forward, help more people who might need it, and also help me out to get more people to watch my stuff. So, okay, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you found this really useful, and I'll see you again real soon.